Hello. Oh my god, as soon as I started that, I felt like I had to sneeze, bitch. Okay, we're not gonna sneeze. Oh, bitch, we might. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, that was so gross. Hi, my name is Kaylee. Welcome back to Deep Fry. Welcome back. I know I'm supposed to post the Patreon videos on Tuesday. Yesterday was a day. We won't go into it, but we're here today. So hi. As you can see, if you're watching this on the Patreon, I'm drinking a smoothie. It's been, and my coffee, baby. We're just like relaxing. I've really been into morning beverages lately. A little bit of ASMR for you. A little bit of ASMR. All right, okay. So, I've been like really into beverages, really into morning smoothies, and I don't even know why. Not like a health thing. I just feel really energized and motivated whenever I pop that smoothie open, pop it ready to go, turn it on, it goes, yep, okay, so a little bit of smoothie ASMR. I just want to say thank you for all the listens on the last 2 episodes. I did episode 53. Oh my god, y'all, shut up. Oh my god, shut up. Okay. I uploaded an extra crispy episode last week. I just want to say thank you for everyone for listening. That whole situation has been since resolved. Like I said, I know I was a little bit too hard on Sandra, I think her name was, but I don't really know. But we're gonna skim past that. I just want to give a shout out to the patrons. Thank you guys for supporting. I love you, and make sure to go to patreon.com/deepfriedpodcast if you want to see extra content, because we got a lot planned. In next week's episode, we have a special guest. I'm so excited. So that'll be fun visually to look at. And of course, follow us on Instagram at Deep Fried Pod for all your podcast updates. So catch up. How am I doing? Like I said, could be better. Excuse me. But it's just one of those. I think it's just one of those weeks that I have like a lot of pent up anger. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I got to talk to my therapist. I have to go back to her. It's not been looking good on the mentally side. But you know what? It is what it is. I gotta say, don't stop going to regular therapy, people, because that shit is 100% needed. Especially when you kind of like cut cold turkey. I basically like have had one appointment throughout all of quarantine. And I really like that personal in-person connection, but obviously right now you can't, but you just got to adapt. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like unwilling to adapt to that when it comes to therapy. I'm like, I refuse to give up my ways, like all or nothing. But at the end of the day, bitch, you need the therapy. You're mentally ill. So let's just get on with it. So this week's episode was inspired by reckless YouTubers. Don't know if you've seen, but some of your faves have been recklessly going out during a global pandemic, and it really inspired me. And it just got me thinking, like, why is it so hard for rich YouTubers to stay the fuck home during a pandemic? Like, you have more than enough resources to, you see this, your ass, stay at home, baby. You have so many resources. There's essential workers who like wish they could stay home, but they can't because they got bills to pay. Like you do all of your work and all of your bill paying from the inside of your mansions in LA. Sorry, oh my god, it's like early in the morning and I have phlegm. Does anyone else have phlegm? I do. Usually I gotta get one good cough in, like, and that's good. But so I'm gonna try to refrain from sniffling and shit, because I know that can be very triggering. But I just want to say, like, why? I just don't understand. I mean, I guess because I am not this way, and I'll never understand. But like, why do rich people just like you have more than enough money, more like you have like 1 trillion rooms in your mansions, you're able to stay the fuck home, like why don't you? So I was like really thinking hard about this, and I'm like, what is the mindset behind YouTubers? Is it like just the need to be seen somewhere? Is it because your ego? And these are just theories. What is that noise? Ugh, it was a bus. These are just theories. And I'm like, is it because you want to be seen by your fans, your friends, the paparazzi, which I don't know if you guys know this, but there is YouTuber paparazzi, especially on the TikTok side. The Hollywood Fix is a YouTube channel, and I guess like a coverage, like a YouTuber TikTok coverage, and they're always like showing like the hype house. Oh my god, why am I so gross this morning? I'm so sorry. They're always showing like the hype house. Cheers to coffee. If you're not looking at the video, I'm cheersing my coffee to you. Let's drink some coffee together. I just completely fucked up my train of thought. I'm sorry. Cheers to you. I'm drinking out of a Georgia Tech mug. It's really going good. But yeah, like I was thinking, like I think it's literally just because YouTubers need to feel like they are relevant, and they need to feel like they need to be looked at. I don't know, like that is so harsh to say, but like that's the only thing I can think of when I was like sitting down ready, like trying to plan out this episode. I'm like, why do TikTok stars and YouTubers feel the need to be everywhere at once, especially during a global pandemic? It makes literally no sense to me. And that's sort of what we're going to talk about in today's episode, because just like kind of breaking down I was about to say anatomy, but the mindset. Girl, anatomy, you're fucked up. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there were YouTubers posting at like big parties and mansions in LA, and that is so weird to me, and I have such a problem with that. Going out, like, it's almost as if YouTubers don't read the news and see like whole ass families are dying of COVID. And like whole ass families and people are like young people like their age are like dying from COVID and contracting it and just like not getting well, not getting better afterwards. And if they are like, if they're not having like dire consequences after, like one of my friends who is a nurse was telling me, like young or old, whoever, are not seeing improvements like 5 months later after, like they still can't smell, they still can't breathe right, they still have really crazy fatigue. One of my friend's roommates who got it, she had it like 2 months ago, and she still like has days where she gets really fatigued and really tired and just like can't do anything. And it's like the fact that you're willing to perhaps be asymptomatic and be spreading that is so sick to me. Like that is the most, like it's like you're wanting to kill people just so you could go party and like show that you're doing something as a YouTuber. And that also brings me to like, why do YouTubers, because we've seen many apologies, like we saw James Charles, we saw Tana, they all sent out like apologies about how like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like thank you for holding me accountable, going to a party was not the best thing and I'm going to learn. But it's weird because I saw all the girls on TikTok and James Charles like holding hands, like going to a steakhouse, like a probably very mediocre, weird, gross steakhouse in LA. Like why, like what's the point of that, you know? And that also brings me to like, why do YouTubers consistently continue to fuck up? It's really, 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 really hard for me to wrap my brain around this. I know we're kind of segueing into another topic, but YouTubers are always the ones to fuck up, apologize, say they're going to change and don't. And I feel like that sometimes is normal human behavior, but like for example, Tana Mojo, she has fucked up upwards of 20 times and is promising and preaching about like living life a certain way or whatever, but she is still like breaking the promises of like bettering herself. Like I always see like, I'm going to continue to grow and better myself, and it's like, girl, it's been like 5 apology videos. Like there's no way in hell that you or your PR people actually believe people are going to take you seriously. Same with James Charles. It's like he made a whole video about a day in his life. I don't know if you saw it, but he made a whole like day in my life video, and he like apologized in that video about going to like a TikTok party. But here we are yet again. We see him out again, and it's like, why are YouTubers like habitual liars? Like, why are you all fucking liars? Whether it comes to your scandals, whether it comes to lying about where you've been, about what happens behind the scenes and you get caught. Like, why is there such a need to constantly fuck up? Like, I feel like it's not that hard to fuck up if you're like genuinely a good person, which also leads me to, are these people even good people? Now, I'm not going to sit here and bully anyone. I'm just straight up, talking about the facts, like what I physically see on the internet. Why is this really gross, terrible cycle that constantly happens with YouTubers where they're always saying, I'm gonna change, I'm so sorry, it's not an excuse, like, to like go out on a pandemic. But it's like, bitch, here you are going to the same ass Nobu restaurant, that same ass house party. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then there is that whole thing with the Nikita Dragon and Larray. Am I saying his name right? It's like Larry, but Larray. Where Nikita Dragon, who I have like so many problems with, like, she has been consistently problematic, like, throughout the whole time I feel like she's been on YouTube. But, there's this party going around, or this party that was planned by Nikita for Larray, and there was like 1 trillion people there, and they got so much backlash. And I feel like a lot of them apologized and say they were going to do better, yeah, but like Nikita still didn't care, and she was like planning other parties, and it's just so sick. Like, stay your ass at home. Like, I know you have the ability to make and produce quarantine content from inside your home. Like, you could dress up, look really sexy and cute from the inside of your house. Take your nudes from home, send that sexy pics from home. I just don't fucking understand, like, literally at all. And I kind of want to know your guys' input. So make sure to, if you're, oh my God, y'all, leave me alone. Do y'all hear that? Bitch, I received money. Bitch, I received my first Patreon payout. Girl, that's sexy. Anyways, that's $20 I didn't have before. Anyways, what the fuck was I saying? So I just don't get it. There are YouTubers who are very outspoken about this. Like, there's Elijah Daniel, there's Gen X Pen, who are like working inside their homes. Like, it is possible. Like, I know you love your friends, and I know you want to see your friends, but the whole world is suffering, bitch. How are you immune? How are you special? Like, I know, like, young people, and the thing is, I'm a young person. I'm only 24. Like, James Charles and is like only a few years younger than me. Nikita's only a few years older than me, maybe. I'm not even sure how old she is, but it's just I guess it just comes down to maturity level. It's like, how bad do you really want to see your friends? Like, and it's also the quarantine fatigue. Like, that's a real thing. It's like, people are starting to become really over it. They're just like, well, I'm fine. Like, the whole mindset is, well, I've been fine this whole time and safe. Like, what's the point? Like, I'll be fine. And just because you're over this pandemic doesn't mean it's actually over. So that's on period. Anyways, I find it so hard to just believe these YouTubers. Like, I'm going to be honest, since like the whole Shane Dawson thing, it's been really hard for me to take anyone on YouTube seriously, bitch, including myself. I'm a clown on YouTube. I do clown things, and I just like all I want to do is make people laugh. Like, it's all I want to do. All I want to do is upload funny videos that people like share with their friends, and they're like, oh my gosh, this made my day better. And like, on a very small scale, we are doing that. But I can't help but feel, and this is just me, talking some mad shit a little bit, I can't help but feel a little cheated sometimes. Like, I know this is like, man, the world hates me mindset. But I don't know, like, these YouTubers who put in like such bare minimum effort to like put out content, who do like so much lazy shit, are just, getting by. Like, and also not even the YouTubers that put out lazy shit, the ones that are constantly problematic, aren't being held accountable. They like grow these careers on kind of just being a shitty person. Like, let's be honest. Like, let's be real. Like, Tana Mojo has built her career on like quote unquote acting like a savage. I don't know. Is that even correct? Like, I feel like she has like, if I like Tana, like when the first thing I think of when I think of Tana Mojo is like a crazy party bitch. Like, I don't think of like a thriving like philanthropist or like a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think of her as like someone who like fights the good fight. Like, bitch, you were literally partying during a pandemic. You're joking. You're kidding. You are not weed whacking at this moment, baby. Like, it's so hard to, like, when I think of I can't take literally any of these YouTubers seriously. There's just, like, no way and fuck that I'm just gonna sit there and be like, oh my gosh, like, and just, like, suck your, bitch, you're kidding. Okay, hello. I had to take a break because the fuckers next door were I guess like weed whacking. I don't fucking know. But yes, what were we talking about? We were talking about YouTubers. Yeah, I don't know. It's just getting like really, really hard for me, like as a creator and as a fan of YouTubers, to like really believe anything that any YouTuber has to say ever. I don't know. I just like want to make good content. Like, I'm going to speak my truth, speak my piece, and then like make good content. I don't know. And if you do something shitty, like fucking own up to it and like don't do it again. It is so easy. Like, it's easy to fuck up and it's easy to have those temptations and shit. But when you do it and get caught, just like show that you're going to change. You know what I mean? Especially when it's something as small as like accidentally being seen caught out. Not that it's small, but it's not like career ending, like obviously you're putting people in danger and that's awful. But I mean, people fuck up and do that. So it's just like, fucking don't do it again, bitch. Oh my God. But you know what it isn't though. Something is not what is something that's sort of hard to, I guess, like I was watching Ryland Adams uploaded a video about how like Shane Dawson has changed and that he's not the same person he is. And yes, I get that. However, this is how I sort of think about it. I think, because he was also saying how like, I know this is like off topic, but I feel like I just have to fucking say this. He was saying how like every few years all this stuff comes up to sort of haunt him and cancel him again. And I think my biggest problem with that is his whole entire career, Shane Dawson's whole entire career, is built on the oppression and the systemic racism of people of color. And the fact that even today he still makes profit from that, and like everything he's built has been had like that. Like, I think Smokey Glow said this on how, and it's like she worded it so perfectly, how like the foundation and the start of his career was amplified by the oppression of people of color. And the fact that he has yet to even acknowledge that. He was just like, yeah, I've changed, duh. But like, acknowledge the fact that your whole career is based off of this, and then put your money where your mouth is and do something about it. You know what I mean? Delete. You know what I mean? I feel like he just like hasn't done that. Maybe I'm wrong and he has, but like, I have yet to see him take any type of accountability when it comes to looking at his career as a whole. Like, yeah, like, he's going to be the same person. He's just had different phases and seasons of his life. Like that Shane Dawson that would like put on blackface and, say really terrible things about people of color. Like, that's still like, you're just like a little different. Like, that's still who you are. And that's still what people see. So he just, I don't know. It's just hard to like take anyone seriously when like, it's just fuck up after fuck up. You know what I mean? It's like Rylan was saying how Shane gets canceled every few years. It's like, well, you know what? Fucking do something. Fucking show that you're not a piece of shit anymore. Fucking acknowledge that your career was built on the oppression and the systemic racism that happens in this country, and that you were part of the problem, and then put your fucking money where your mouth is, and then do something about it, like donate like all your millions of dollars to something that actually matters. And maybe buy another shirt. I don't know, because you wear the same gross shirt every day. I don't know, bitch. You know what? I know exactly what I would do if I was in Shane's position, but since I am not, I guess there's no use in dilly-dallying about it. Is that even the right word? I don't even know if I'm speaking real English. Like, shit is fucked up. But that also brings me to another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is accountability. You know, like, where is it? You have, like, these big YouTubers, like Tana, Shane, James, Charles, they all have a team of people, and I know they get paid to like work for him, but at the end of the day, is there not like one bitch who's gonna like be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you like should not post that. It's like, especially Tana Mojo, she is surrounded by a team of people, and the fact that she continues to post these very, 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 very ingenuine apologies and pretends to act like everything is right and that she hasn't fucked up so much in the past. And the fact that she keeps tweeting that she's going to make an apology video, but then she's seen out partying. Like, she still hasn't apologized to that one boy who like experienced a lot of microaggressions and a lot of racism from her. I saw this tweet that was like, hey, when are you gonna fucking address this? And she was like, oh my gosh, I will, ha ha ha. But then you're seen in someone's Snapchat partying, bitch. Like, what the, like, what? Oh, I know this whole podcast episode is like me dragging YouTubers, but bitch, I am. Because they deserve it. Like, let's be honest, they fucking deserve it. Coffee is yummy. Anyways, like, why do YouTubers surround themselves with so few people that have common sense? Like, I just, like, that is so frustrating to me. Like, there is not a single person on your team who is just, like, isn't that the whole point of a team, is so you can, like, be led in the right direction? Like, there are YouTubers, I'm just going to say myself, who do everything on themselves, who do everything themselves, who produce all their videos, edit all their videos, edit other people's videos. And not to say I'm never going to fuck up. I mean, not to that extent, bitch. I know better than that. But I hate living in Midtown. And I hate living with a house that has plexiglass for windows. Plexiglass? Bitch, I'm stupid. You know what? This is what happens when I record a podcast before noon. Like, it's 10:30. I'm stumbling my words. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on. Look at this. Webkins. If you're watching on the Patreon, you would see that I'm holding up this Webkins thing. Go watch my Webkins videos because it kind of flopped. And I love her. I don't know. I'll be honest with that video. I'm going to take a little break from roasting YouTubers. I lost all of my screen recording on that video, but here's the tea. I think I actually did not even press record. And so I had to, I know this kind of sounds like ingenuine a little bit, but I mean, it was still me doing it. Like, spilling the tea a little bit on the pod. I had to re-record some of it, not all of it. Like, I had to like sort of, write down everything that I was saying and then like doing it in the screen recording. And I'm about to record another video where I screen record, and I really hope that shit doesn't happen again. Like, I've done so many tests, I've done so many fucking, like, it's so hard for me to like just get it right sometimes, you know? Like, there are days where like everything is like right, and then the next day I do nothing right. Like, that's what I hate about myself, is like I'm not consistent with literally fucking anything, and it really sucks. Even, you know, having a whole setup here, like, if you look here, I'll show you, I have this whole setup right here. Like, look at this amazing setup I have, just like ready to go, ready to do my thing. But like, I still find some way to like either forget to press this, forget to press that, and it's just sick. It really is. Like, I don't, like, it's just like I've done YouTube for so long now. Like, why can't I just remember to press record? Like, it's so frustrating to me. It's so fucking frustrating. If you are like that in your life, please hit me up on the Instagram at Deep Fried Pod, because I would really like to know, because sometimes I just definitely feel like a fucking failure at certain times, and I know I'm only human. Oh my god, bitch. Who just texted me, bitch? I think it was Courtney. Bitch, it was. I also wanted to talk about a little bit about influencer culture and how, is this just the way it is? Like, is this what the bar is? Like, is this what we have to set the bar for influencers? I was also watching a video, like, it was like a tea spill video about influencers and how some, like, there's all these TikTok groups now, and I can't even name them besides the Hype House, but these, like, it's mostly like the good looking TikTokers have influencer content surrounding them being rich and looking good and having money. And it's just so crazy to me that that is a thing. I mean, here, let me just, on their defense. On their defense, bitch, are we playing football? On the defense, they are allowed to post whatever they want, I think, if they're not hurting anyone. Like, if they're just showing their rich house, if they're showing their beauty routines, fine. But it's just really crazy to me how, like I said earlier in this episode, they can do the bare minimum because they look good and they have a lot of money, and then just like, boom. And I was like thinking, I'm like, why does that frustrate me so much? And I honestly believe it's because I'm ugly. I think the reason why good looking influencers who make money solely because they look good and get brand deals solely because they look good is because I'm ugly and I am fat, which is not a bad thing. Being fat is fine. But when there are no fat people in these hype houses and these influencer circles, like, not a single person that has above like 5 million followers on TikTok, I guarantee you, I could be wrong, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, is fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any bigger bitches, men or women or anyone in between. How, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really frustrating. I think that's why I'm so frustrated. Like, I literally put down, why does this frustrate me so much? And then, like, didn't add anything else because I couldn't figure out why it frustrated me so much. And I think it's literally just because there's no representation and it's not realistic. And I get like physically ill thinking about it because I don't know. And these people, like, these kids aren't hurting anyone. Like Charlie, I'm like a Charlie stan. Like, she's not hurting anyone. She's just like being herself. But at the same time, it's like these TikTokers that migrate over to YouTube, like, their content really isn't that great. Like, it's just them like vlogging their day in their mansions. You know, I don't know. It's maybe I'm just like so angry because I am not a millionaire. That could be it. Maybe I'm just like angry because of that. I'm not even sure, but I don't know. Does anyone like see that as like influencers? Like, does anyone else like see like it, like find like, oh God, what the fuck am I saying? Does anyone else find that kind of fucked up that there are a lot of influencers out there who make content simply because they look good and have money? Does that bother anyone else? And here's the thing. I was also thinking about this. So there's a lot of like GoFundMes that get boosted and get like circulated around the internet for people and for people of color and just like low people who need money, just need help. And I was thinking, like, if someone like the Kardashian every once in a while boosted a GoFundMe, that one like repost of a GoFundMe could literally like be the difference between someone being able to live their life and someone being like homeless. And I'll be honest. Let me just say real quick. It is not, I feel like I used to say this. Well, you know, it's not the responsibility of the Kardashians to like, you know, like fund everyone's lives. I used to have that mindset, but let's be real. I think I've developed the idea, not me developed. I think I've not recently. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I can't speak. I think this is what happens when I record early. I cannot gather my thoughts. I think it's sick that there's like a handful of people that hoard the wealth, the majority of the wealth in the world. And I think it is only right. I think it is their responsibility as extremely wealthy people, like off the charts wealth, like billionaire status shit. I think it is sort of their responsibility. Is that me being kind of like weird? Like, I think it is their responsibility to boost these. Like, fucking just one repost. That's all you have. That's like the bare minimum. You don't even have to donate. Like, if Kim Kardashian reposted a GoFundMe of someone who like needed a car or like needed to pay rent, who like lost their job to COVID, she can make that happen. And she has like what, like over 100 million followers on Instagram. Same with Jeff Bezos. Fuck him so much. There's no reason why there needs to be a trillionaire in this world when there are literally people poor on the streets. Oh God, it makes me sick. It makes me so sick. Anyways, back to influencer culture. I don't know. I feel like influencer culture is also like on like a much smaller level. Even though influencers are starting to hang out with the Kardashians, like Miss Shawty the bad bitch, Miss Addison Rae, she's hanging out with the Kardashians, which is like literally so insane. Just a random girl from Louisiana is hanging out with the Kardashian because the Kardashians little kid, like their like Kourtney Kardashian's son like liked Addison Rae. That is insane. Y'all are crazy. I need to drink way more coffee than I am right now because, bitch, I am like a bit. But yeah, it's not like kind of insane and a little sickening that all these people have money, and maybe I'm just bitter. But there are people who are like redistributing their unemployment check, and like I see people who aren't millionaires, who aren't even thousandaires, reposting and boosting these GoFundMes. Like, come on. If regular folk can do that, Miss Kardashians can do it. Miss Jeff Bezos can do it. And the rich YouTubers can do it. Okay, yeah, I am bitter. I don't even know if this episode made sense. But here we are. I think that's all I'm going to talk about today. I feel like I had more to say, though. Shawty the baddest. Wait, no, it's I need a bad bleep. Addison Rae. Anyways, it's being a millionaire for me and not redistributing your wealth for me. I'm looking at my document. Like, what else? Yeah, like I said, next week's episode is gonna have a very special guest that I think some of you are familiar with. So I'm very excited to have them back on the. Oh, did I just spoil it? Shit. I don't know. Just have them on the pod for a little bit. That's all I have to say. If you like this episode, please let me know your thoughts on it, because influencer culture like really fucking sucks and it makes me sort of sick. Just the fact that 10 years ago, because I've been on YouTube since like 2009 or 2008, so I've been on YouTube since the literal beginning, and the fact that it has turned from people making lip syncing videos on their webcams, ooh, that's something really fun I should do on Patreon. I should show you guys my old videos. Ooh, I might upload one of them. So yeah, if you're listening to this, make sure patreon.com/DFriedPod. Wait, patreon.com/DFriedPod. Patreon.com/DFriedPodcast. But the fact that YouTube used to be making like fun, cute videos on your webcam. Like, I literally made music videos on my webcam and edited with iMovie HD, which isn't even a thing anymore. Like, you guys should go look up iMovie HD. That was the shit. And now it's like people have like teams and like publicists and all this weird shit is insane. Like, it's insane. And I know some of you like, weren't around in 2009, but bitch, I've been through it all. On and off YouTube all these years. It is crazy. Oh my gosh, my smoothie. It's been melting. Can I show you guys so my mom got me this coaster. It says wine time on it, and it's the worst coaster in the world. So mom, if you're listening, which you're not, this is like the most terrible coaster I've ever had. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. This is like one of the longer episodes and the more planned out episodes that I'm going to be doing by myself. But yeah, once again, we have something very special coming next week, and I'm very, 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 very excited for you to see it. All right. Good night and good love. And don't forget to jerk off to the billionaires in this world who are sucking the life out of everyone. Good night and goodbye.
Deep fried.